Yes, today on this show, we're interviewing random people in the street, random homeless people. On this show, we are interviewing a man called Leech. Come in, sir. Have a seat.
Thank
Okay. Now, sir, in your view, in your point, why do they call you Leech? And what does it take to live in the streets?
Well, Jerry, I'm going to tell you why they call me Leech. The reason they call me Leech is because ever since I was a little boy, I started growing up in the streets. As a little boy, you have no money, you have no home. So what you do is, you can say, leech. I would leech off people. You know, I would spend the night at their house, even though they didn't know I was there. Even though they weren't aware that I was there, I would spend the night at their house without them knowing. I would eat their food when they weren't looking. I would make myself a big old sandwich without them looking. And they would always, complain like, hey man, where's the bologna? Where's the ham? Where's it going? I just bought a new one. Yeah, they would say stuff like that, but they wouldn't know I was there. Sometimes I would sleep on people's roofs from their house, and while they were asleep, I would go down the chimney and steal their ham or their cheese and take it to the roof and make myself some sandwiches up there. And sometimes steal their TVs, or while they're asleep, watch some of their cable TV, rent some movies, and they had to pay for them, That's what leeching is all about. And also, the other reason they call me Leech is that sometimes I would act like a leech on the streets, just cuddled up in a little ball, and when people weren't looking, I would run up to them randomly screaming and steal their wallets, because I have to eat, I'm a homeless guy, I have to eat. So that's the reason they would call me Leech. And in my purpose of living in the streets, some tips. Here are some tips. Tips by Leech. Here are some tips. Tip number 1. When you're on the streets, you got to keep warm somehow. So sometimes when I'm in this position right here, I would make sure that when it was cold, I would pee on myself. Urine is warm, and urine covers your body when you piss on yourself, right? So, hey, screw it, right? I'm homeless. I would pee on myself, and that would keep me warm. And also, tip number 2 is if you also get more cold, get some newspaper, crumble it up, and put it in your jacket. It's the best way. It's the best way to keep warm. Especially in the streets. And also, another tip. If you find yourself really hungry and you don't have money, you haven't stole from people lately, another tip that I can give you is go to those places where people eat outside, and when they're done eating their food, just go over there and scavenger or pick at what they left, or if they're not looking, just snag one of their foods off their table when they're not looking and just run off real fast, all that. But other than that, living in the streets it's pretty badass. I could say living pretty badass. I don't know why people always complaining and crying about it, but other than that, I gotta say, man, this has been real cool, man. So, am I gonna get paid for this or what? I'm not. This was volunteer. No, I didn't volunteer for crap. I'm getting paid for this. You want me to knock you out or choke you out or what? I told you I wanted to get paid. I freaking told you. I'm gonna go over there, and if I don't see no money in your hand, I'm gonna freaking choke you out, and while you're asleep, I'm gonna urinate on your face. I do that. I'm a sick man. That's what I like to hear. Now, you know what? Put this camera in a box. I'm taking it too. Put this camera in a box. I'm taking it. That's what I thought. Yeah. You know what? I'll take it right now.